Christmas. The struggle's real. Didn't open up my tabs? Restore. Yeah, please do. Thank you. Ethan, whew, thanks, buddy. Oh, goodness gracious. You know what it was? It's completely my fault. I'm so good about it too. I forgot because I swapped my Mac from the day to the evening, right? Because I have a work Mac and then I have my personal Mac. So then I swapped them over, but I forgot to plug the power in for it. So I was just sitting there and all of a sudden, boo, everything just went black and I was like, oh shit. At first I was like, what just happened? Because I was like a little freaked out for a minute there. Ooh, how am I gonna charge this? I think I have this connected. That's what's one thing that's cool about this keyboard. Like my phone's about to die, but with this aviator cable thing, like I think this, I'm pretty sure I still have this connected, but this connects via Bluetooth as well. Actually, no, I don't think I do have it connected, but I can connect it right now. If I open up these Bluetooth preferences real quick here, let's see. And it's, how do you do this again? Let's do, there it is, the Keychron K2, connect. Booyah, right? So now I'm connected via Bluetooth and I can use the cable that I use for now to power my phone. Word up. You know, keeping it real. Yeah, no, I really, this is a great keyboard. This K2, I swapped out some of the keys. I got some Keychron, or I'm sorry, some Kraken keycaps. The gray ones are all the ones that came with it. The red ones are the ones that I put on. Yeah, it's super cool, you know. It's Windows and Mac compatible, Bluetooth. You can connect it to 3 separate different devices. Like I've connected this to my phone, and I was able to, you know, just swap over. I'm in the middle of the day, have my phone in front of me, have my, you know, computer, and then I can go function over to that and reply to a message, and then function back over to the other, back to my computer, and keep going. It's pretty cool. I actually don't use that functionality very often, but it is really cool. And it was funny, I didn't really even know anything about it. I was just like looking to get a wireless mechanical keyboard. I had a wired mechanical keyboard. I got hooked on mechanical keyboards while actually watching the live coders here on, of course we used to use mechanical keyboards back in my day and didn't think twice about it, but actually it was CM Griffin. He's a streamer on here, really hardcore streamer, man. He does not miss a beat. He is every single day. He hangs out with the live coders and all that, but he does not want to, or he's not on the team, just personal. He just is like chilling. He does his own thing, you know, likes to roll nice fatties up on screen and smoke, because he lives in a legal state, so it's completely legal for him to do what he's doing. I think it's kind of fun. But super smart dude, man. Super smart dude. But he got me kind of hooked on the mechanical keyboards, because it's like, it's a hobby for him, and he's got a bunch of them, and in the background, and when he does his stream, you can see his keyboard sitting there. And so then it becomes a topic of conversation. Oh, he also has a cam view down like this, where like he has a split mechanical keyboard, like an ergonomic one, but they're actually 2 separate. It's cool. Yeah, he oh, that's funny how late that came in, the Stream Elements thing. Anyway, So yeah, he got me kind of hooked on the mechanical keyboard. So I was like, oh, let me try it. Like, I'll see. Let me see if I like it, you know. But I didn't want to spend a bunch of money, you know. And so like, I think I spent $40 on it's called like a Yusu something. It's not even like a name branded one, but you know, it was good enough. And when I got it, I was like, this is fun. I like it. It's cool. You know, and then I had that for about a year. And then I was like, well, the one thing is I wanted to get quieter switches because I went with blue ones, which are the real clickety clackety ones. And I wanted to go to like some browns. So I went to brown switches, which I liked a lot better, much nicer. Still get the like, you know, the audible response from it, but it's just much duller. It's just muted a little nicer. And so I really like the mechanical keyboards. I'm still kind of getting used to it though. It's weird because I'm just not a typist. So I actually type better on like the MacBook built-in like keyboard than I do. I think just because I'm a sloppy keyboardist, you know. But yeah, it becomes fun. You start like, you swap out keycaps. You can buy different ones. They have ones with all kinds of different designs on them and stuff. And you know, it becomes like this kind of little hobby. Then I just see people building them. There's a guy that builds them here on stream. His name too, it goes by something like Mech something. Anyway, yeah, it's super cool, man. It's like, you know, just anything, you know, a hobby. And then, but I mean, I don't think I'll really like start collecting them, but I'll probably like swap out keycaps and stuff. Of course, I already did that. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. You know, hey, it's good to like what you do, right? It's good to be. But one of the things that was cool that we're doing with this, Ethan, is we're dabbling in some GraphQL. So that's kind of fun. So let's see here. Whoa, losing music again. All right, connected. There we go. That's the only thing, is it auto disconnects to save, I think, on battery. And so every, you know, after if you don't mess with it, it shuts off, and then it like takes a second for it to like connect back up. So I guess that's the only thing that is can be a little annoying. Did I actually have one open already? Where? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's I kind of liked having it up here yesterday though. Makes it a little bit more manageable, so I can just go like that, and then I can also go full screen with it, so then it makes it. Why does it have to go over 3? No. Now you're just... Okay, that's fine. Getting used to that too. I always forget which... Yeah. You still there, Ethan? I don't know why this chat looks so weird. I guess we're still streaming. This is broadcasting. Okay, cool. This is such a weird thing right here. I guess it stopped and then... Oh yeah, I guess we lost. Oh, let's see. Probably nowhere today. Right? Oh no, insights. Too fast. We went down, I think. We're just not gonna make it for the month, I don't think. I'm just not cool enough. All right, so we have a Create React app with Apollo, GraphQL. Yesterday, well, let's just make sure everything is. Let's make sure everything's still running. So this was cool. I've never seen this before. So in this package JSON here for the run scripts, they have this thing called npm run all, and it takes this flag parallel and it allows you to point it at two other commands in the scripts object here. Of course, it's going to kick open like that while I'm trying to say what's up. So like here, you see basically npm run, and it's going to start up this watch server command, which is this. This is going to run nodemon and throw a watch flag on it, and it's going to start up this source server here, right? I am still confused about why this is listed twice though. I got this from them, so this is not me. I'm trying to still figure out why that's listed twice. Maybe it's just a typo. I'll have to take it off and see if it still works. But then look, then it does the start web one, right? And it runs that one. So then you get, hence the parallel flag, right? So run these in parallel, basically. So it's cool. It kicks off your front end and your back end at the same time off of one command, which is pretty cool. I've actually never seen that before, and that's actually a package. It's in the dev dependencies. It's npm run all. So yeah, I thought, wow, that's pretty nifty. You know, yeah. So anyway, so where am I at? What am I doing? Oh, we're gonna go over here. So here is our dummy data, right? Now we can actually look at our, if we wanted to, we could actually look at our query in here, right? I don't know, does it actually show? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it just tells you like the operation and stuff. This is the React Chrome. Well, I guess it's not. Well, it's kind of Chrome, right? It still came from. I think it came from the Chromium store. Anywho, so yeah, so we have our. Let's see. I guess I have to refresh this if we wanted to see it here. So here's our GraphQL response here. It's easier to see there in the preview. So there's our, what we just called it post for right now, but there's some email and a couple dummy records in there. That's just test data. The cool thing is too, so you see we're running on 3000 here, right? If we look here, we can rerun that to make sure. Here we are running the GraphIQL or graphical tool, where it allows you to like mess around with your, so like if you were to like take this off and just rerun it, you'll get it without the, so you can start modeling out your stuff here to see what it's going to look like, right? So cool. And then it comes with this docs thing so that you can actually look at the root query. You have a couple fields. You have posts, or yeah, posts like plural, which is the array of objects, array these. Here's your post, right? And then this is one so that you can pull by ID. So you can query the singular record by ID. And then this was sticker. What was in this? I think I was just starting this. This is not really built out yet, but you should still be able to run this, I believe. So I should be able to say like sticker, right? Open that up and then say ID. What was it? Sticker. I don't have any values in there for this though, so there's not going to be anything. But it should still do something, I think, right? Just pull back empty records. Yeah, it's just null right now. But yeah, it's cool. So we're starting to mess around a little bit. Never use GraphQL. Keep grinding and you will get affiliate. I'm going to head off because I got an early morning again. Yeah, no worries, man. Ethan, thanks so much for always swinging in and saying, hey, I really truly appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know what I'm saying? And we will continue on another day. Yeah, man. Peace. All right, so we have our table here of stuff. What we want it to be, though, is the front piece. Let's think about this. Oh, where do we leave off? First of all, let me keep building out what I was trying to do, which was we need to get the data from the database, right? Because we have. Oh, let me get that going too, right? We could technically do that from in here. One of the cool things, right, about VS Code, you can just pop another terminal open. I am not going to remember this at all, and hence why I left this up, so that I can go cheat and read this, because this is how we start our Mongo. Oh, yeah, right? Is that the right one? Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we installed it with Brew, right? So when I do it, I just do the Brew services start MongoDB like that. And in fact, actually though, hold on. I think last time when I did this, I just cut that off because I don't think I have it versioned like that. I think I just did latest. Already started. Nice. So now if I just go Mongo, this should pull me into the database, right? So now you can see down there at the bottom, I got my little, so what I'm going to do is say show DBs, and there you can see I have 5 different databases. We can switch over to like use users, and you can do DB users. Well, first of all, what you do is you're in users now. You're inside of it, of like the database. So, but in a MongoDB database, it's collections, right? So instead of like tables, so you can say show collections, like hey, like this. I'm learning this too, and so now I see I have a users collection, and then I can say db dot users dot find, and it's like a function, and hit enter there, and there you go, and that's my three records that I have in there. So, right, pretty cool. It assigns this ID automatically. That was not me. And then the rest is just me dumping some dummy data in there. This is just a table a collection for another, or it was just a test actually, not for anything else. I just was testing to see if the database was working and stuff. Data to attitude, what's going on, my man? How did your stream go? Getting a card, getting a Texas Hold'em. Yeah, I was kind of lurking. I was in and out. I was like doing work and listening in. So what's they call lurking, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, so I was just wanted to make sure I still showing you some love. But yeah, I try to jump in there every once in a while. Hey, you hear something that catches your ear, and you're like, oh, just say what's up. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of chatter. Yeah, it's isn't it weird? It's like so hit or miss, right? And of course, I'm new to this, so I don't really have a following per se. We have, I would say on average, get anywhere from, 1 or 2 to, I think the most I've ever had in stream here ever is Was it 10? I think maybe it was. I think it might have been 10 or 11 at one time. That was like the most. And oh yeah, see, that's where you really get, I think, a lot more attention to, right? If someone dumps a whole big raid into your stream, you know, a lot of them, especially if you're streaming stuff that they're into or they're related to, like they're all like follow, right? And then so now you get a bunch of new people that are like, oh, that person does react, or you know, that person does something that they like, you know. And then it just seems like it helps you out quite a bit, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things, right? It's really hit or miss. Let's see here, my keyboard is disconnected again. So I was telling Ethan about this mechanical keyboard. It's great. I love it. A Keychron K2. I didn't realize how popular they were. I bought it on Amazon, and like the next day, it was like I went to go look up, like, oh, what did I buy, basically, because I kind of just did it based on the reviews and stuff but I wanted a wireless one. And this one was like really cool. It's Mac and Windows compatible. It was has three Bluetooth I can't speak at all. You can set to 3 different devices your Bluetooth. It's like function and the 1, 2, or 3 key you can connect to, and so then you can just connect up to different devices. So it's cool. You can just swap over so you can be like doing your computer, and then someone texts you, you can like swap to your phone and actually text them back on the keyboard. So yeah, it really was a really I was really pretty happy with the purchase and stuff, and then found out it was like super popular and they were sold out, and I was like, really? I just bought one on Amazon yesterday. So I felt super lucky that I got one. But I did notice I paid a little bit more, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. But what are you gonna do? He said I got no follows from that. Yeah, it's right. It's just one of those things. It's such a hit or miss thing. Like, I talked to, you know, Chemical X, one of the other streamers that I check out, you know, from time to time, and like he just started too, and like that dude is getting like, you know, 30, 40 plus, you know, consistently now. I've noticed like he's definitely up above 20, like, and he's just started. Like some people just, a lot of it I think is timing too, like when, or not timing, but like time, like when you actually stream is a big factor, right? I think I probably stream at such an odd time. I'm like 8 o'clock at night, you know, so in like Europe it's already like well into, right, midnight past or whatever. Then here in the States it's like it's kind of late for people. You know, I mean, a lot of techie people stay up late, but you know, it's still like during the work week. Some people might, you know what I mean? So it's like some of it, I think it definitely has to do with that. And then how often you do it. Like he literally is doing it every single day for like 5 hours plus. So that's another big factor, I think, as well, right? Plus he puts on a good stream. I mean, he's definitely he's super entertaining. He's doing really cool stuff. He's got a good flow about him, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm all over the frickin' place and that I'm really unorganized and don't really have a good flow. But, you know. Yeah, that's true, right? You can definitely see that there are streamers that have the most of the community too. Yeah, no doubt about it. We are definitely the smallest, right? But we're growing. I remember when, you know, the live coders team here on Twitch, like just a year and a half or so ago, they were like 50 or 40 something live coders, and now they're like almost at 200, you know. So it's grown a lot even in that year and a half time too. I noticed it just felt like something happened, something with Twitch, you know, caught the attention of like the tech community, because all of a sudden I noticed like 6 months ago, maybe a little longer, like AWS does a stream now, OpenShift, which is a Red Hat product, does a stream now, Microsoft does stream now, like they all are on here all the time. So you know, I don't know what the deal or what happened, but I love it. I mean, I think it's great. Now I'm getting all these tech folks coming on here and streaming stuff, and big companies are doing it too. I've said to so many people that I think that, you know, of course I'm really just speaking about the coders mainly because that's what we do and stuff, but like, what a great way to evaluate somebody for a job, right? You're looking for something, go out onto Twitch. You could just go to the live coders if you wanted to, but you could just go to Twitch, look, you know, go into science technology, look up, you know, programming or whatever, and scroll through. I look, oh, someone doing Python. I read the title, see what it says, go in, you know, evaluate them a little bit, and then, man, if you're like, oh, this person kind of seems like they're doing stuff that, you know, we could use. The good thing is that I think it's like, not only are you getting to see potentially like their skill set, you get to get a little bit of insight into their personality, right? Without ever even talking to the person. Or you can engage them, right? Chat them up. They don't know who the hell you are. They don't see you. They could never know that you could be in an interview with them a week later and had no idea that that was the person you were chit-chatting with in Twitch, you know? So I don't know. I just think it's an interesting platform, like, you know, and who would have knew that, or who would have known, right, that people would be live coding on a gaming platform. That's because gamers are nerds too, right? They play the game and then they're like, let's make one. All right, so we have our Mongo, right? Word up. And we have our node. Okay, so what I was stopped on yesterday was one of the guys that has been tuning in a bit to my stream said he's gonna go through the GitHub and give me more comments. Nice. Oh, I saw that. Was that TBD game or whatever? Yeah, I was like, I trying to remember the other dude's handle. I don't remember. Yeah. And of course I said, like, I was kind of like peeking in and peeking out. I was more just listening to what you were saying, and then you turned something in his name. Okay. What am I looking at here? Where was my call to my... And then the question was, is where do you... Okay. So here's this. And I probably should put this somewhere else, right? So this is... But that's cool, yeah. I mean, if you can get people to look at your code, right? I mean, a lot of people, it's tough, right? It's... You feel uncomfortable, like, letting people sometimes... Or some people do. I don't care. I'm like, I know I'm not a great coder at all, you know? But I try. I can paste things together. Coding is super time consuming. Like, you know, what we do here on stream, although it is amazing that you can... I mean, literally just in one night last night, I you know, spinning up a React front end with a, you know, Apollo GraphQL interface, about to tie in Mongoose to MongoDB, got a MongoDB database going, you know, all in one day. Like, that really just was not possible, you know, not too many years back. It would have taken a lot more effort to get something. Just getting the tools installed on your system, right, would have been a nightmare. I'm sure you can relate. This tripped me out right here. I could have sworn, I don't know why I thought that this was just like you could name this whatever you wanted to. It was not. It's actually a named export from here. It's all good. We're learning. It's all right. Well, the only good thing about the coding is time consuming though, right? Data to is it is if you love what you're doing, right, it just doesn't really matter. You could just code forever. No, it's good to take breaks and stuff, right? But yeah, no, it's fun, right? So especially when you get to do stuff you want to do and not worry about, you know. Muhammad, yep, not too long. You're not late. Not that you'd be late anyway, but you know what I mean. But yeah, me and Data 2 Attitude were just chit-chatting about some Thank God. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool though, especially if the person that's going to review your code base there is, really got some good experience. I mean, that's a great, right? What a great way to get some really good feedback from somebody that's, that just is maybe a better programmer than you are. There's always going to be them. So, right, no need to get all butthurt about it. I've seen I've met so many coders with egos that like they just can't take advice. Even it's not even like criticism. It's like, hey, did you know that you could use this function here and it actually optimizes that better than, and they're like, don't tell me how to write my, oh my God, settle down, bro. Write it like that then. Give a shit. It's trying to help you out. You have an ego about it, like, and there's nothing wrong with being confident, right? I mean, I'm not saying don't not trusted in your own ability and confident in your skill level, because if someone's feeding you a bunch of bullshit, then you can be like, well, I don't believe that's true, and that's because when this actually and so definitely nothing wrong with that. But I've literally like, and usually a lot of times the ones that act like that with the whole don't tell me how to, they're like the worst programmers anyway. And hey, that has a lot to do with we've chit-chatted about that too, right? Like attitude, soft skills, I guess you can call them too, right? A lot of companies are basing hiring on not they're not so much concerned about your programming levels or your programming skills. They kind of know that you're probably smart enough to figure out and probably could be taught how to do those things, but teaching you how to not be an asshole, that's another story. So you're all that stuff's super important, super duper important, and again, I've heard many companies are really doing a lot of more like psychological type interviewing, where they're really trying to evaluate, if you're a team player, if you take criticism well, if you're gonna be a independent worker, like all these things. They have all these new little Google like switch their whole hiring model around from those crazy stringent, like you're taking the freaking whatever a really hard test is. They used to have like 25 different interviews, like written tests, and it's like the people that are applying here are already smart. You don't need to test that part. See if they're going to be cool on your team, because nobody wants to deal with the Lisa, what a pain in the ass. All she ever does is complain. I try to be equally fair and dogging out people at work. So everybody always says this dude, so I like to dog out the ladies too. Lisa, get it together. Be a team player. Bob, stop being a jerk. So cool. All right. This was there, but this is not, yeah. We're gonna have to figure out too, like how you, and this is the part like I don't know the GraphQL part of this stuff, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. What are we doing here? We don't know. We don't know, Mohammed. We're not doing anything. My sister is Lisa. That's funny. That'd be even funnier if she's like walking by, right? And he's like, what? Who's talking about me? Dada, who's talking about me on your Twitch? But don't worry about it, sis. None of things about you. But I heard my name. No, you didn't. Lisa. In a different province. That might be kind of tough, huh? Trying to be an artist. Cool. Nice. Sweet. Sweet. Being an artist is so tough though, right? Oh my god, what a struggling field that is. You know, if you're really just trying to be like a true artiste, you know, it's very difficult to make it. Okay, so this is the part I need to do is figure out how to. Oh, and I think I found a package here that's going to do what we want, which is for gallery director at one point. Nice, nice. Government grants, lots of government grants. Nice, right? That's the truth. That's the truth. I guess it depends on too, like, right? That's like at least like a gallery director, right? That's at least that's like a paid type position thing, you know. Whereas, like, if you're just trying to be like an artist, where you just want people to like buy your art, much more difficult to break into that, I would assume. Didn't take it. I think pay heavily played into the decision. Yeah, probably not paid enough, right? So this package here, GraphQL Compose Mongoose. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you know, especially when you get used to a certain, you know, salary or comfort level, you know, it's tough, man. You know, it's hard to go. I mean, you could do it, you know, people make do, right? You know, you cut, you know, make sacrifices and whatnot, but it does suck to have to revert back to lower income. Let's see here. It actually happened to me too, just in doing this work, you know. But only once. It was only though when I went from contract to government. So when I first got out of the Army, I worked actually for the DEA as a contractor, doing like system administration work, and so when I went from there over to taking a government position, I took a pay cut then, but I knew that it would pay off in the end as far as like stability and stuff, because you know, I had a family at the time, so I knew, and it was one of the things that was an issue, is the contract I was on was ending in like 3 months, and it kept getting like, well, is it going to get renewed? And it's like, I don't know. And there's, you know, you start getting nervous, like, shit, am I gonna have a job? And so I was like, well, you know, government jobs are pretty typically stable, and you know, so I was like, let me look around and see if I can get in. And I was in the Army, so you get like a veteran's preference to go get hired into federal government. So I was like, all right, let me see what's out there, let me try. And so I did. And in fact, I took like a help desk job just to get the foot in the door. And so I did, and it just so happened that it's kind of a weird thing. I don't want to get into like a too long-winded story, but yeah, like I wound up getting in as a help desk person, and then like within like 3 months later, I had at the same time I had applied for this, what they called at the time, webmaster position, and but you know, I didn't get picked up for that one. I got hired into this help desk one. Well, like 2 months later or so, the boss, who was my boss, was also the hiring official like for the webmaster job. He comes in, he's like, hey, I see that you applied for this job. It's like, did you still want it? And I was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, yeah. He goes, well, I'm gonna have to do some special stuff because we can't jump you from this grade up to this grade because it's a huge gap, and they only allow you to jump 2 grades at a time. So I was like, okay. And he came back, he left, he came back, and he's like, hey, I talked to them. Basically, they just said that, you know, instead of a 1-year probationary period, we have to do a 2-year probationary period, and the job's yours. And I was like, where do I sign? So like, just like that, went from, you know, honestly, at the time too, this is back in like 2000 and whatever, early 2000, 2003, I think, yeah. And like went from like a low salary to like my salary jumped like almost double. So I was just like, I was freaking out. I was like, and then it was this webmaster job. I was like, are you kidding me? I totally got the job based on Big J in the house. What's up? But yeah, totally got the job based on saying like that I ran my own web company, like, which was just like a sole proprietorship, you know, just like it wasn't like really a run. And so, but it was enough, I guess, to get my foot in the door. I wrote so, and the rest is history. And here we are, 23 years later. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, this is the package that I found for. Let's see. It derives from your. So it'll derive GraphQL types from your Mongoose model. So what I'm assuming that does, I keep forgetting my keyboard keeps disconnecting here, so stand by to stand by. So the Bluetooth thing with the keyboard, though, that it does shut off if you don't use it for a while, so that's kind of sometimes a little annoying. But yeah, so it says it'll take your Mongoose models. So if we actually modeled out like something like this, it's saying it like turns into this. So then my question is do I need this then, or do you actually use this to make that happen? So like, let's see, define a Mongoose schema and model, right? So here's the typical, which is very similar, right? Like the Mongoose modeling is similar to like what you do for the GraphQL modeling. It's just like an object, right? And then you just pass it whatever type, like it's a string, it's a numeric, it's whatever, right? Or number. And so let's see how this is used, because it sounds like it takes the Mongoose model or the schema and converts it into the GraphQL schema. That's kind of the way that I took that, but yeah, right here, right? Like, convert Mongoose model to GraphQL pieces. Customization left if it empty for simplicity, described below. Add needed CRUD user operations to the GraphQL schema via compose. It will be much easier with less typing. So here's a schema composer query, add fields. Where is it? So we have a user schema, like, okay. Oh, here we go. So this is where it's, okay, so this is the right user equals Mongoose model. And so here, this thing takes this compose with Mongoose is taking in that. I guess you can pass in some customization stuff, options. We don't know what that's about yet, but then, and then it says in 3, you just add needed. So then you do this schemer compose, schemer, do the schemer in the house. We were rapping a lot last night on stream. I don't know what, I was just in this. We had music that was rappable. That makes sense too, right? Why not? It's fun to make up songs. Let's all sing along. Those would only be owned by cops, right? You know anything about drug dogs? No. You mean because I worked for the DEA for a little while? But I did go to a class because I I actually was, we were handling all of the data that they were collecting on meth labs, and so we got to sit in on a class with a DEA chemist, and they showed us. They didn't do it right there, but they talked about it and had videos and some of the like things there on the table in front to show how they actually do a cook, or they do the different types of cooks, and that was pretty interesting. Crazy shit, man. Methamphetamines are, it's such a nasty way that they make that drug too. Oh my god, like battery strips from the lithium batteries, like they pull them out and they, oh my god, the concoctions that they come up with. But then in the end you got pure meth. It's all based on ephedrine. That's why that went off the market. Used to, back in the day, you used to be able to buy, like, there used to be this product called Ripped Fuel that you used to buy from GNC, that it was like a, you know, a supplement. A lot of other supplements too, that just happened to be one that was really popular, had ephedrine in it, and that's the main ingredient in methamphetamine. In fact, that's why Sudafed is not on the counter anymore, because they were just coming into the store and just grabbing the whole sleeve off the rack and running out the front door. It was worth it for them to try to, because if they could get out the door with it, they just made several thousands of dollars. They use also one of the Red Devil Y, which is like a really crazy, right, decomposing chemical. I mean, it was just amazing. Like, and when you wonder why people, like, they freaking get meth bugs and stuff, like they literally scratch their skin down to the bone. They think that they have bugs crawling all over them. It's a nasty drug. It was developed for war, right? To keep soldiers fighting longer. And I actually found out, I thought it was the Germans that created it, but I actually found out yesterday, just so coincidentally that this happens to be on topic right now. But it was actually the Japanese, I believe. Oh, it's because I was watching there's this new Netflix docu-series all on like drugs and stuff, and I was watching one of them. I like docu-series. So add the needed CRUD user operations to the GraphQL schema. Via the GraphQL, it will be much, okay, so this is taking, right? Wow, okay. Right, because this is user right here, right? And this is what it's doing. So it says get resolve or find by. That's interesting. I wish I was in a bigger city. My engineering friends there were no. I wish I was in a bigger city. Especially if you're, I mean, now, like, not to whatever, but like cannabis, I don't even count that. I mean, to me that's like a medicine, but all that other stuff, oh my god, it's all just nasty shit, you know. Is it where you're at? Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen a lot of, and have family and friends that have had significant medical benefit from it, and I even just, it's, we have our own, you know. Anyway, we don't have to get into that topic. That was an issue for me though. You can't get hired. Yeah, it sucks, right? That it's like, if that's why they just need to, if they're going to go that route, just go that route and just collect the big dollars. That's what I said they should have done during COVID. They were talking about economic decline and not being able to, you know, whatever. I was like, make fucking pot legal, man. You can reap all the benefits. All the states have already proven the amount of instant revenue that they pull in, you know, as soon as they go legal. It's not like it takes years for that. It's like the first year Colorado went medicinal back in the day, they revenued so much money they didn't know what to do with it. And that was after they paid the taxes to the federal government, sunk money into roads and schools and whatever. They were like going to give back stimulus checks to the citizens of Colorado. I was like, hey, you want to stimulate the economy here in the US because of this pandemic? Go ahead and federally legalize marijuana. Watch how fast shit turns around. I don't drink or do drugs. I pay less taxes because I don't drink or do drugs or smoke. Are you being serious? Like, I pay less tax, or did I read that wrong? Oh, all of these are heavily taxed here. Okay. Yeah. Right. I mean, and that's why, yeah. Yeah. Got you. Right. I see what you're saying now after that last sentence. I got what you're saying. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Cause it's super, like you said, heavily taxed. So like, yeah, if you're not using it, then who cares, right? You're not using it, you're not paying for it, you're not paying the taxes on it either, right? So then you let the people that want to do it, do it. And if you don't want to, don't. Nothing wrong with that. But it is unfortunate too, because I was actually watching that documentary, and like they did talk about, like, you know, a lot of the other drugs that have been really phenomenal medicines that were created to help with, like, you know, mental diseases and, you know, things, but because they were made illegal, they just completely lost any type of research or continued introspection into like what kind of medical benefits they could provide. Like, there's some really great, I think it was actually I think it was, well, that is though, isn't it? Yeah, MDMA, for like people with PTSD. You know, they're showing just these significant benefits, but of course it's all in a controlled, you know, under doctor supervision. It's not party drugging it, like, you know, so it's different, you know. I think there's definitely room for that exploration as well, but, you know, again, anyway, I don't want to get too politicky. Is that my word for the night? Politicky. Beer costs $25 a case. Oh my god. Where are you at? California? All right, so what do we got going on here? Is our React app even working? Yeah, there it is. All right, so we are trying to figure out what the heck. That's Canada. Nice. We're gonna get this going here. Come on. Let's get going. Start throwing some code up against the screen so we can get kind of lean. Here we go. All right. So this is where I need to figure out how I integrate this, because we could just go simple route and not use something like that, and probably just do a simple. I don't know if that. I'm trying to think of like what's the best way to go. This is interesting. You think that's too much code? I don't think so, because by default internally was created about 55 GraphQL types. Right? I mean, that's pretty cool. This is like create one. So does this? This is definitely something that is pretty cool looking. Find by ID, find one. So these are all. Okay, and then that just exports that. Working with Mongoose collection level discriminators. I don't think we need to do that. Let's see what else. Can I generate vanilla GraphQL types? How to add custom fields, how to do nesting and relations. Okay. All right, all right. I mean, this seems pretty cool, but I'm kind of like, kind of iffy on it. Because I'm not sure if I just want to go the long route, you know, and like, just go ahead and, yeah, no problem. Actually, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee here, actually, myself. But I'm trying to decide if I should just do the mongoose thing, not here, of course, and just pull in the data like that, and then because like here we can look at, because we are using Express, right? Let's go here. Come on, keyboard. I don't like that part. I wish there was a way to like disable that, so that if you didn't want it to shut off automatically, you could. Maybe you can. Maybe I need to look that up. So let's look at this database integration, right? And they have, and then I thought they even talked about, yeah, if you want an object model driver for MongoDB, look at this. But at minimum, what we could do, right, is at least you could just do this, right? And maybe we just do step by step. That would actually not be bad, just to kind of like learn, step it through, right? Like, let's just try doing the basic call to the database, get that data back, and we'll get the GraphQL to pull from that. Then we can go and try to say, let's use the mongoose models. That'll give us an understanding of how that works, and then maybe we can do that and pull that. And then after that, maybe we can look at what this, because this really gets into being able to create, let me get back up to the top here, right? So yeah, so this really builds out this whole thing where you have these, I guess as they call them, resolvers, to do all of your, like your CRUD operations here, right? This create one, remove, update, and this is all the get. So it looks super, and it's, for what it sounds like it's doing is it's basically taking from your mongoose model, right? And then, I think I said this already, your mongoose model, and before my dog beats the friggin' door down back there. All right, cool. I'm gonna go grab coffee real quick, and then when we come back, we'll continue on with this 2 seconds. Not, well, maybe more than 2 seconds. Just stick around, okay? I'm getting old. It takes me a little bit of time to get up the stairs, down the stairs. Oh wait, down the stairs, up the stairs. You know, you gotta give an old man some time. You know, come on. Hello there. How are you? That's pretty fast, right? There's some snazzy jazzy stuff going on here tonight, huh? Wow. Baby, come show me your CRUD operation. I wanna see you create, read, update, delete. I can take it all night if you can hang with me. So technically, we'll get baby down to it. You know what I'm gonna say one more time. Let's keep on doing this all night. Gonna code till I go to bed. Gonna be running scripts through my head. Listen. Yes. Yes. There we go. All right, what did Big J say? In parts of the UK, they now have a minimum price levy on alcohol, 60p, 75 cents US per unit. Dang. It's like, no more drinking for you. Okay, so we're not doing this, right? We said we're gonna go step by step. We're gonna build this up. Luckily, we already have MongoDB and stuff. Oh no, maybe we don't actually. Here they tax the crap out of alcohol. Yeah. In the US, they do it by state too. That's every state has different sales taxes that they establish. Yeah, I figured it's similar. Let me just see something here as well, actually. Kind of curious if this... Maybe we won't go just to the root of MongoDB because it is a little bit ugly. I said it's a little bit ugly. It's super ugly. So, oh, okay. FDA and DEA aren't closely tied. Eh? No, I don't think so. I don't believe they are. Alright, so is that it? Okay. Just wanted to. So at the basic, we could just do that, right? Connect up. And then how do you okay, accessing a model. Balance model, oh, like that. Or we can find documents from the same collection by doing my model, find, and that. Okay. Really? Okay. Worked for a drug manufacturer that was FDA inspected? Yeah. Who knows? I just, it's a crazy. All right, so let's see how we get this going. I don't know why I feel like it's been so long since I've done this. So let's see. We have to do Mongoose install, right? I don't believe we have it already installed. Let me go look in the package Hassan file. Let's see. Do we have any mongooses in here? Mongoose? Any mongoose? No, no mongoose. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and kill that for right now. Let's do npm install mongoose. Sure. Here we go, yo. Here we go. Installing the mongoose. Gonna get loose. Do some database calls and get crazy. Gonna do data. It's amazing. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so now how are we gonna do this so that, because I know you're not, really shouldn't just chuck these into the, so you basically will create a models folder, I would think, right? And then we'll create a model for this. This is like way chill. My goodness. Gonna put me to sleep in here. Can I get a little bit, something a little bit more? Let's see. Pick it up, yo. You know, it's still laid back, but maybe just a little bit more upbeat. Okay. Is that actually coming from that? Oh, I guess it is. That's weird, right? It's got like an intentional, almost like it's coming across on a record in the background of the music. I don't know if you can hear that on your end. I'm like, is that coming from? Okay, so come on, man. Jeez Louise. Taking your sweet time installing. Hope I was in the right directory. Yeah, okay. That would have sucked. That would have complained anyway. It would have said, you do not have a package.json folder in here. Maybe that's the reason why they don't do that. So I used to complain about if you do npm install of a package inside a directory that does not have a package.json, then it will complain and tell you that you can't do the install because it doesn't have a package.json. Well, my thought was always, if you're doing an npm install in the directory, it should automatically assume that you are actually trying to install, right, a package in that directory, and just go ahead and create the package.json for you, right? But this is actually a good example of maybe why they don't do that, because just right now I said, oh, did I do that in the right folder? And so I just went and typed in npm install mongoose, right? Well, if I wasn't in the right folder, and it most likely probably wouldn't have a package.json file in it, then it would have complained and said, no package.json in this directory. You can't create this here. And then it would have forced me to look at it and go, oh shit, I'm in the wrong directory. I shouldn't install it here. And so maybe that is why they don't just make that automatic assumption when you do the npm install of a package to just create the package JSON file inherently or automatically, because maybe because of that. Maybe it's a way to, like a little safety. You're not installing inside a directory that's not npm initted, basically. But wowza, Mongoose is like a beast, huh? Is a beast. Beast mode. Did you hear about that guy that, what's his name, Mr. Beast or Beast, something like that, gives away free money? Wish he'd drop in on me. Your stream is experiencing. You're lying. Yeah, quality's good. That's what I thought. Try to tell me these lies.
Right on time for you.
I'm actually surprised at how long this is taking. I don't remember it taking that long, but who knows, maybe, so once that's done, let me see what my battery is at. I can disconnect. Okay. Let me disconnect my phone so I can just plug my computer back in, and or my, this thing, you know, plug this back in. What do they call this again? Keyboard. So that I don't have to keep having it disconnect and reconnect like that on me. It's a little annoying. All right, so we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. Isn't there like an official? I don't know if I've ever actually been to the Mongoose website. I don't think I ever have. I'm looking at it now. It doesn't look familiar. Read the docs. So this is saying how quick and easy this is. So this will be a good one for us to keep up here, because we just want to do a simple, right? Like, let's just see. Let's just try it out. Let's get a really simple implementation going, and then we'll go further. Then we'll take it to the next level. To the next level. Oh, for the love of Pete and Joseph Marion. All right, I'm disconnecting the phone. It's time to get back on to the, that's not gonna cut it. Payment Ninja. All right, yeah, okay, so we're just keeping that up. Let's face it, writing MongoDB validation, casting, and business logic boilerplate is a drag. That's why we wrote Mongoose. Okay, cool. Mongoose provides straightforward schema-based solution to model your application data. It includes built-in typecasting, validation, query building, business logic, hooks, and more. Alan, hello. How are you? Geez, lots of stream competition at the moment. Oh yeah, I'm sure, right? There's a lot of people on right now. Yeah, feel free, no worries. I know there's all kind of, drop in, go see your friends. TBD and Strager, yeah. Yeah, you know. Do it, man. No worries. I will not be offended if you want to jump over to his stream. No worries. No worries. I appreciate you stopping in. I'm just gonna be here trying to plug away at this thing if Mongoose will ever finish getting installed. Good, Alon. Good. Just trying to get this Mongoose package installed. It's taking quite a while. It's trucking along here, but it is taking quite a bit of time. But yeah, other than that, doing all right. Getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Something like that, right? Oh, for the love of... we could sit here and play a game while we're... Did you know there's a way to like... there's a way to hack the oh, is that even in here actually? I wonder. Oh, they do Edge now, instead of Chrome. Is it Edge settings? Do they do theirs like that? Edge. Yep, they sure do. If that doesn't tell you it's Chromium, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. It's okay. All right, come on, Mongoose. You're holding me up here. Post install. That's a good thing, right? Booyah. 443 packages. Oh wait, no. How many? Like a million. Only found 3,601 low severity vulnerabilities. You know, no big deal. It's one of the big complaints about NPM, right? Is there's so many nested packages within packages within packages. You know, it's it does make for a tougher, it's definitely widening the attack surface, as they would say, right? All right, so Mongoose is installed. So now we can go here, and this is basically how we do. So I'm pretty sure that we can just put this, right? I think this is how this works, right? I always forget, where would be a good example to see this? Let me look at a, there's probably a package with this already built in it, I bet. Create React app. I actually started writing a blog article today. I've never written a blog, or I shouldn't say article, blog post, I guess. I've never written a post actually ever in my life. But I was on Layla Codes It stream, and I had mentioned, I said, oh, I did Twitch Twilio bot, to be able to do SMS text messaging from the chat to my phone. And she was like, oh, you should write a blog post about it, and then do this, and then you can become a Twilio champion and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe. So I was on Dev 2 today, and I started writing up a little bit of how I went about doing that chat bot. It was a simple little one, but yeah, I don't know. It's easy enough that where I can probably write about it and not sound like a complete idiot, because at least it's simple enough for me to explain. But let me see how they do their. So they're gonna do their Mongoose thing here. Let's see where they do it. So where do they make the connection? So it is like in the index file, right? And then how does it get? Okay. So at minimum, we can do this, right? Come into our index here. Right? What is it? Yeah, I mean, they're saying, yeah, okay. So in here, right? I'm just gonna, guess it doesn't really matter, right? I'm just gonna drop it in there. And then you need this, it looks like, right? Whoa, 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 why did that happen? That was weird. That was strange. Did you, I don't know how that jumped. How did that jump to the bottom of the screen like that? It was magic. It was friggin' magic, man. Alright, so where was I? It took my spot away, and I don't know where the hell I was at. All the way up here, I guess? Alright, so we'll copy that, right? And I see now, is this where you would actually do this, or I don't even know. I feel like this is this would be if we had dot environment installed. We do not, but we could. That one actually is. And we'll probably maybe want that anyway in the future. And then I'll just do it here at the bottom here. Require, right, dot env I think that's right. We'll see. Actually, we could just go real quick and do like that. Actually, it's here. Let's see if my memory suits me correct. And if that's how you do the... Hey, look at that. Require .env config. I remembered. Hey. Hey. Alright, cool. I'm like, what's going on? Is NPM having a issue tonight or what? Seems to be running a lot slower than normal. Just an observation. Guess it could be. Could just be. Could be my internet. Who knows? Who knows? But we can still, in the meantime, we can do this, right? So we're in here. So in our source, we'll do a new file, right? .env. And really, we could just, this is doing this or that, right? This is basically like if this was, right, this would be the, probably like production one. This is a fallback, like if you're working in local, like if this was not available, then this would fall back and run this one instead, right? And we'll call the table, because this should, I believe, I'm gonna just do that right now. I don't think, when I did this last time, if I didn't even put, it automatically created when I pushed, so we'll see what happens with that actually. Actually though, I think, now that I'm thinking about that, I think I did have it. I'm just gonna try that. Who cares, right? What's the worst thing? It not work? Okay, so
she's very agile.
Yeah, so you could just like, if you really wanted this, you could have, you could have it in here, and then you could pass this in here if you wanted to instead. Or you could even have it like if you wanted to do this. Um, something like that, whatever. If this was some other, but we can just leave it. This one we could leave blank right now, since we wouldn't have anything for that one. But then we could over here then say prod like this, right? And then in here we could change this one to process dot Mongo DB underscore dev, right? Mitzenkoff. We are attempting to build an application to allow people to request stickers. And so we are doing a Create React app with GraphQL and MongoDB on the back end. We're doing Mongoose right now. We're trying to figure out, like, we really already have stuff running. So, oh, it's already down, but this is what it looks like. So here is just some dummy data. Here you can see it being pulled back via our GraphQL endpoint. Here, this is graphical, where you can go and mess around and test out your queries for GraphQL. We're running this here. This is our GraphQL server running at localhost 4300, our application running at localhost 3000. And so that's just the test dummy data. And now I'm actually attempting to get to the point where we are actually tapping into taparoo into the old MongoDB database. And so that's where we're at. We're basically so this is the dummy data right now, right? But I need to create some, or get some real data, you know what I mean? Roger. How is your any luck on your, right? Yeah, right, wasn't it you that was yeah, right, Mitzenkoff? That was with your visa, right? And trying to get work, trying to get, is that right? I am thinking of you, am I not correct? I am correct, right? My brain sometimes. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know, dude, that one sounded a little sketchy to me too. I don't know, but again, if it keeps you here, then you can always, that gives you more time to look for another job. So even, it doesn't have to be end all be all, right? Mitzenkoff, you can take that job even though it might not be exactly, and then they always say, right, the best time to find a job is when you already got one. Yeah, go for it, man. Okay, so so now I'm trying to think, like, where would we, I guess we'll do it here, right? But how do we, okay, so let me go back over and read what we do to get, so I was looking at this was one, so and then, so that's now available, right? It's basically, because that's in the index, right? So then in,
Not yet. Not married. No, I'm not married.
right, because that was on my, right, so this is the server side. So this is where, oh, so maybe, yeah, this shouldn't be here. Hold on a second. This should be, to me, I think this should be in here. Let me pull this out here. Do that, and then this like this. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Me and my girlfriend are from the same college, graduate at the same time, apply for the same place. That place instantly declines me. 3 hours later, she gets interviewed. She does behavioral interview herself and does technical, but gets stuck. So I help her solve the problems on the technical, and she gets one final interview. Salary for her will be $80,000. I was told I was not qualified for the position when I am the one doing the technical questions. Laugh out loud. Sorry for the long story. Tried to shorten it. No, it's funny, Metzenkopf. Not funny. No, I shouldn't even say that. I literally was just talking about this earlier on, about how she's American and you're not. That's definitely an issue, I'm sure. But I was talking about like attitude and behavior and all that stuff, like how it plays such a big important part of the process, not just the technical side of it, but yeah, dude, that could be, I mean, you literally could just be dealing with somebody who's just discriminating against you. And unfortunately there's really like nothing you can do, right? I mean, because unless it's just blatantly obvious or something they say, there's nothing you can really do about it. They could just say, well, yeah, we just don't think you're qualified because I said yes for do you now. Yep, I bet I could have said no, by the way, because I don't need it now and I'm authorized to work for 1 year. Oh, so is there a reason why you didn't, since you did have the 1 year authorization, is there a reason why you didn't just say, screw it, I'll just tell them, no, I'm good? Right. Yeah, and it almost sounds like it is such a tough thing too, right? Because now you're in a position where you're kind of being forced to do things that you probably don't really want to do. They're a big company, so I thought they will have the money to fund. Oh, they probably do. I mean, it's more of a like wanting to get into that business of dealing with that. That's a huge. Don't cost more than 10K to get. Yeah, I know. I'd still be cheaper. Yeah, right. It could literally just be that they don't even want it. They just don't want to deal with. They feel like it's a headache, to have to deal with something other than the normal process. No, you're good, dude. No, I mean, hey, we're here chit-chatting. No worries. No worries. Okay, so. And yeah, but dude, that's like one of those things you can't even help. Like, there's nothing you can. What the hell do? You can't do anything about it, right? It's like you could sit there and try to explain to them, like, why that, like, from a financial point of view, it's not an issue. How they're actually saving money, it's just. But again, you don't even know. It could just be that the person just doesn't, just doesn't like, somebody with an accent. It's just so petty sometimes. And again, unless you catch them blatantly discriminating against you or something, then, again, even if that happened to me, I would want to freaking work for them anyway, so fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, if they were really being blatantly discriminatory, I wouldn't want to work for them anyway. Laravel developer for less than $20 an hour, which is on the extremely left side of salary. Yeah, no, you gotta, I mean, do what you got to do, obviously, because sometimes you don't have a choice, right? But yeah, I mean, I really wish there was some. I wish I ran my own company. I would, then I could bring you on, no problem. You and your girlfriend, both for 80. Deal with this discrimination bullshit. Actually, I'll give you 80. She gets 100 because they say women, there's a disparity. So I'm gonna give her the upper hand on salary on this one. That's it. You get 85. She gets 1. She gets 100. We want to make sure that we're closing that gap on the female to male salary break disparity. I'm still treating you right though, 85,000. Come on, that's pretty good. and I'll throw in the visa on top, I wish, dude. Honestly, I wish. There's times where I've thought like it would really be. It's just hard, right? It's a hard business, starting your own company. But I guess you could freelance. Some people have been really successful with freelancing. That's hard too, though. You got to manage all your own work. I think that's probably I've talked to some freelancers. That's their biggest issue, is not the work itself, but managing all of the work. Like having to speak with clients, having to deal with meetings, having to do like that part of it is what is the most. And then typically, they usually wind up getting somebody else to do that. Yeah, I figured. Oh yeah, freelance doesn't cover the visa requirement, right? It has to be an established. Okay, so what are we doing? I always stop and that's not because of you, Mitsuko. I get lost on my own. We are gonna want to probably. Well, we'll see. So we have. Wait a second. What is this? What's going on here? So, well, we're not on less than, I don't think. Is there a different one for greater than? React scripts greater than something? Or is that just talking? Okay. Just trying to snag some stuff from theirs here, right? So they did this, we did the right here, right? This is just getting our connection to the database, right? So that, well, we could test that, right? And we should be able to see that connects, I believe, right? So if we ran this, we should, I thought, get, and does this actually, you're not gonna give me an answer, are you? Give me a hint, baby. Come on. Show me some connect love, girl. My code is always a girl for some reason. I think it's just girl sounds better when like old 90s. Hey girl, did you know? Mongoose, does this have a, on the connect, does it have like a callback function or anything like that so that you can like console log out? Or do you just, where do you see const db mongoose connection, and then db on error. So this actually would be good to throw in there, right, to check it. So this is what we have right now, right? I don't even know what this is. What does this say? What does that do? Use new URL parser. I've seen that in every one of these so far. So let's chuck it in ours too. Why not? Right? I guess it'd be better if I didn't do that with the wrong amount of quotes in there. Okay, so we got that, right? And then this is how we can test it, looks like. Right, we'll test our connection. Let's see. Right, so DB is the Mongoose connection. That's obviously a built-in. So basically saying database on error. If it errors out, let's log out an error. I've never seen, that's interesting. Bind? What is that? Bind console. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Gosh, the squeeze. Could I learn to... Why is it not getting me any of my hinting? That's really annoying me. What? Why is it not showing me stuff? Where is my Emmet? Make me have to do this the long way, doggone it. It's preposterous. So we are then, right, this means we are Mongoose, we'll just say Mongo is connected, right? So that we know that. Let's turn this into an arrow function. All right, why not? Let's get ES60 on this. ES60 in the house. Better watch out, gonna scream and shout. Put your hands in the air if you like. When GraphQL gets it right, gives you the data back like you like. All broken down. Okay. All right, so that should at least give us some sort of feedback if our connection up here is working, right? So we should still have Mongo running over here. It is. We do not have that database, so I'm actually curious to see, because last time I noticed on the connection string, and I can show you this because this is not a secret here. If you just provided it in the URL, a name after the port, it creates this automatically. Now I don't know that for sure, so I don't want to but when I was doing this not that long ago, that is what happened. In fact, it was this test one here that happened on. And I think I was using one of these because this is it right here, test. And it just created it. And this one even shows you, this doesn't even show the port. And I wonder if that is intentional because that port is the default. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it the way I have it. Mine has it with the port number. We'll see. If not, we'll try it this way too, because that actually did work. But let's run this now and see if we actually get a connection error or if we're successful. So we should be able to start this. This will actually run these in parallel. I could have actually probably done this, just ran the server, but ooh, blowing up, baby, blowing up. All right, what is module not found? Okay, that's usually not. Oh, cannot find module express. Did I not install express? I thought we had express installed in here. We do, right there. And what is using, is that saying, I think I have it installed here as Y, right? Do I have it in? No, I don't. Where is it? Oh my goodness, what is going on? It's kicking over the app right now. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, no, where is... I thought I had... I guess I never did leverage it yet. I could have sworn I had done the express stuff. I guess I didn't. No biggie. We'll chuck it in there, right? It's wanting it in here. Although it is funny. Why? Where is that coming? Oh, not in here. Sorry, right? Oh no, yeah, it is. Hey, wait, there it is right there. Const Express. Why is that? So why is that? Let's do this. Let's do this. This is what I wound up doing yesterday. Is let me go ahead and just blow that up there. All right, come on, exit out. All right, so let's see what happened here. So let's change this to server. Hello, wake up. What? Oh. What is going on? This thing's acting funky. Okay, so we can just run this directly, just so we can get a little bit easier feedback on this. Module not found. It's saying cannot find module express. Why not? Why can I not find loader? And actually, oh weird, did I screw something up here? Where the heck did this Const Express? What? This was working before. Why all of a sudden is that not working now? So like basically all of this right here, right? I'm just gonna let's see here, just out of curiosity. It's still saying not found, but why? How is that possible? We just had this, we just ran this. Did something, what happened on here? Why did this flip-flop?
As fancy as last time.
I mean,
Trying to go beyond what my father taught me. So you're keeping me trained.
is it because this is like instead of I'm just baffled because this was working earlier. We already saw this up and running. We saw our data. Why all of a sudden is this complaining about there not being an Express module? Express is installed. What's the problem here? And how? Why all of a sudden would that have just stopped working? Oh wait, I moved something around, didn't I? Is it causing an issue because of the order of these something? Is that possible? Can you look at these? Right, you should be able to look at these. Right, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I get a witness? Which one is this one? This is the server one, right? So we can look at these side by side, right? So I'm like, yeah, what's different? Nothing, right? Express, require express, cores, graph, QL, the GQL, and the build A. And the only thing I did was add the mongoose piece in there. What's the problem? Why is that not working? This worked fine. Nothing else is different, right? I took that out. That's no big deal. That doesn't need to be there. The rest is the same. So the only thing that changed is I added this mongoose piece here. I have this commented out, so that's not even running. What is going on? So we'll see here really quick. I want to see what happens if I do that. I don't know why that would make a difference, but we'll find out. No, it's still saying that. So I'm just totally baffled now of why this is not working. This literally was working when we started. I mean, you can still see this is still up with the data, right? So nothing changed here. What happened? I'm just totally it's just so strange. How I just don't even understand what happened there. I mean, I can try switching it around. I don't think that's really the problem here, but I mean, again, this was working. All right, I mean, and here's even the express, wait a second. No, okay, what was the line that was calling that? That was throwing that error. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work though, honestly. What in the fuck is going on? Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, I just was like, why not give it a shot? But again, this should have worked. I mean, so much so that I don't even care. I'm doing this. Right? That is back to exactly how it was when we started. I have not changed a thing. And it's still not going to work. You watch. Yep. What in the is going on? Oh, it's so frustrating, huh? I just don't get it. Wait a second. Hold on. This is going to be annoying if this is... Right. I think I might just need to close down VS Code. I feel like something's going on because even my thing is getting like hung up. But I am gonna let me see here real quick, just out of curiosity. Is it something to do with the? No, see, it still blew up. I think something is. I just don't know what the heck happened there. That thing's like blowing up. Right, dude? Mitzenkopf, I don't know what's going on. These should be dead now. Right, okay. Yeah, me neither. I'm like, I don't understand what the heck that was doing there. Let's see. Let's start this back up. Let me see if this... Let's see. VS Code acting kind of funky. Don't know what it was doing. About to ruin my night. It's true, man. What is it? I mean, so this is what we did when we first came in. We said, oh, let's just make sure this still works. It did like that. That ran. That worked. I don't understand why it's broken now. I'm freaking baffled. I'm just baffled.
There's more than one. No, there's just one. There's no other restaurant like it. Okay. So,
Let me see what this does. This should just blow up too. I don't get... I'm just like completely lost. I don't get what happened. What is wrong with the project now? I'm like, I don't even know. Yeah, it's missing Express in here. Well, the components just has this. So I just looked inside of the node modules folder, and there's Express is not in there. So let's see what happens here. I'm totally just blown away. When we first started, ran the application, checked it, was working fine. We haven't even... I don't know what we've done that's would have caused anything to happen. We did do a couple installs, right? Is it possible that... I don't understand why any package installation would uninstall Express for any reason. I don't think most npm installs removes things from your npm or your node modules folder unless it doesn't exist in here anymore. But there's our Express right there, so there's really no reason why that should have been removed. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay, so we ran an npm install to basically run through our package.json, validate that all the dependencies are installed, and why was Express uninstalled? The Elif Rhino. Look at that. Magic. Isn't it just magic? I think if you do post, right, you can do like ID 1 or something like that, right? Did I do that right? Yeah, there. And see that pulls back an individual record. If you want multiple. Can you do this in here? No. There you go. So yeah, so it's up and running. It's all working. There's our little table. Man, how frustrating is that, right? You're trucking along, you think you're doing something good, and then all of a sudden you're like, what in the flip is going on here? Why is this not working? I don't know. So now we got to go back and redo this because I had to let's see, where did we even get that from? Here. So I'm doing this in the server side, right? So I'm doing well, they show this like it's, but that is the, I would think I would want this inside of my server here, right? So I feel like my Mongoose, and then this, right? I guess, I don't know. I feel a little iffy about that, but like, okay, let's see, right? And then I kind of just change these up, right? I had them like this, and I did like this here, and this was dev, just to kind of stick with, right? All right, so we have that, right? And then we had a way, I don't think they showed it in here. Where did I pull that from? Yeah, over here, was it? Yeah, here. So this is how we should be able to test this. Oh, I don't know why I did that. And then in here, let's do. See, that's how I also know VS Code was acting funky. Look, see how that was not hinting anything earlier, and now it did? That's also jacking me up, man. This would be Mongo, right? Connected. I've never seen this before. Console error bind console, and this is that's interesting. I don't see what that does. I'll have to fail it on purpose. And this was something. What is it? URL or use new URL parser, right? Something like that, right? Wasn't it true? Yeah, okay. All right, so that should give us, this should give us at least our, so I'm gonna hit refresh now, so that this will blow up on me. I hit, not refresh, but restart, right? Let's see it blow up. Hey! The URI parameter to the open URI must be a string got undefined. Okay, where do you see that?
I did some preparation. Okay, I wouldn't call it.
Must be, okay. Where are we looking at here? Where I'm assuming in here in the connect, right? Or a mongoose is a string. Does it really have to be? I thought in here these were considered strings. I didn't think you had to put these into. No? Yeah, it says string. I mean, right, that is what it was complaining about, right? Right? On line 10, right? Object. Okay. I still feel like that's not right because, again, I didn't think, buddy. Shh. I feel like that these are already strings. You don't quote these. You just do it like that, and it's just a string, right? At least I could have. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm wrong. Is this thing doing anything, or what's going on? Did this restart already and blow up? Alright, well fine. Take it like this. Take it like that. Take it with the wiffle ball bat. So, let's go ahead and copy this. And let's go in here and say, alright, fine.
Michelangelo. I know a lot about him. Life's work, vertical aspirations, human hope, sexual orientation, all works, right?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry about that.
You've never actually stood there and looked at that beautiful ceiling.
Interesting. So why did it not? Okay. Warning, current server discovery and monitoring engine is deprecated and will be removed in future versions. To use the new server discover and monitoring engine, pass option use to the Mongo client constructor. So you could do, right? That's what they're talking about doing right there. Let's see if that makes that go away. Hey, beautiful, right? And so now we're in here. Correct the mundo. Hey, check it out, man. We did it. We got our console log. Console loggity log in the house. Mongo connected. That's a good sign. That means we got some. Well, now the interesting thing too, right, is this said it connected, right? You see how, remember earlier I said, because this does not exist. Oh, I closed that out because I closed down. So if I go Mongo, right, show DBs. Nope, it didn't. It didn't connect. It didn't create that. Although I have a feeling when you create data, it'll actually create that database. So we'll see if that is true. I'll just save that, whatever. Okay, so now we want to need to get, well, should we, see, we need at least one like dummy record in there. can we create one? What would be the easiest thing to do? Could we? Let's see. Here, let's read what this. So with Mongo, everything is derived from schema, right? Okay. This is creating a schema. One property. Okay, the next step is good. Okay, so this is puts it together, and then okay. So then let's try. Right, so they want us to create like after this, right? I'm just gonna. In fact, actually, we could just do. Right, we could just take this here, right, and just snag that, put it there, right? I think if we save it too, it'll do that magic for us. And then we'll call this the request schema, name, address, email. This is going to be string. Wait, and are these right? I always forget. Go back and look at that real quick. Yeah, okay. So these are all going to be strings, right? So those would be done. It almost makes me, right, because why couldn't you, since this is our dummy, right, this is a, oh, well, that's just, a schema is this object here, right? So if you looked at this, this should just be, okay, no, I was thinking, I can't do that, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Scrap that thought. Don't worry about it. All right, so that's kind of like what our schema looks like at a bare bones level, right? It's because we're just kind of modeling this right now, just to get started here. We can always massage this stuff around, right? You don't even need that in there right now. For this. Let's just get rid of those for now. All right. So then once you have the schema, then so far so good, it says, you then is compiling our schema into a model, right? So this will actually saying that this compiles this into, so we'll just call this requests.
Let's just say, Mr. Carmichael and I share a small friendship.
How's that?
Like that, right? Okay. This is the plural, right, of this. So, okay. So buy that for $1. Let's see. A model is a class with which we construct documents. In this case, each document will be a kitten with properties and behaviors as declared in our schema. Let's create a kitten document representing the little guy we just met on the sidewalk outside. Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh. Okay, so what we're doing here is creating a new kitten with name silent. Kitten now can meow, so let's take a look. Kitten schema, they're adding a method onto, or right onto that schema. This, so greeting equals silence. My meow name is okay. All right, so let's just then why does that say, oh, because silence right there. Gotcha. Okay. So we'll grab this, right, and we'll try saying here, right, should that be, oh, these are the same actually. I just realized that it's not the pluralized version, it is the same thing as that request. So then this actually is what is used here, right? And we'll just call this and their name will be whatever. All right, so we now have, actually no, right? So we should do the whole model, right? What am I doing here? We got to do this whole thing. Actually, it would be easy enough to just do this, right? I can literally just take one of these and just pop this in here, right? This is matching our model, right? So let's do address, be like 99. Code Hustle Lane. Where do we want to live? Yeah. We'll just do something simple, right? Denver, Colorado. I don't know what it is. 4, 5, 7, 2, 3. I don't know. All right, good enough. We'll just make it. There it is. Betzenkoff living. All right. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so we saved that. I think that actually creates, right? I'm actually pretty kitten can meow, so it says let's create a kitten dot. I feel like that actually is what, no, here it is. This is where you have to do, right? The save. Is that what it is? So now I have to say, wait, we have talking, but we still haven't saved anything into MongoDB. Each document can be saved to the database by calling its save method. The first argument to the callback will be an error if any occurred. So we'll say requester.save, right? Is this doing a all right, so let's try this. Right, so we have that, and then here, I'm pretty sure, right, we should be doing requester.save, right? And then I'm just gonna here, I'm just gonna log this. Just see what comes back, right? Oh, that is not. Requester. That'd be more like it. All right, cool. Let's take that out too, and create this as an ES6. Hey, Data 2 Attitude's back. The fly is slow but fast at the same time. Hey, Dean Putney. Don't believe I've ever seen you in chat before. How are you doing? Good to see ya. Well, I can't see ya, but you know, good to see ya. Good. What's your story, man, huh? Tell us a little bit about yourself, huh? Bring us into your world, you know? What do you like to code in? What do you like to do, huh? Don't make me come out there and find you. We'll talk about it. Yeah, Dean Putney, what's going on? Are you a programmer? You just hang out on Twitch? Are you from outer space? You know, any of those things, you know, feel free to share, you know. We're all about hanging out here. Just sold a motorcycle, so feeling pretty good. Ah, nice. What kind of motorcycle? I sold mine a couple years ago, a Street Glide 2012 sunburst reddish color. It's funny they called it sunburst, but it was like dark red. Weird. Anyway. Yep. Yeah, sold. I've had motorcycles my like whole life, and then I moved to some place that was like really humid, stopped riding so much, and then it was just sitting in the garage, and I just felt bad. It was just sitting there like collecting dust. I just would take it out every so often to go around the block, you know, and that was it, you know. And then it just like I just felt so bad that it was sitting there and collecting dust. I finally said, nah, I just need to sell it. I'm like, you can always get another motorcycle, right? You know, it is hard to part with though. So it was a F650. Oh, nice. Total garage bike that at this point gave the guy a good deal. Pandemic special. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's what happens, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. But hold on, you said I'm a programmer, all sorts of random stuff, getting into data science more these days. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, he helped him out. Word up. Look at this. What do we got there? Requester, save, booyah, right? Are we actually getting a saved? Are we really? Bam! Look at that. So that is true, right? And I know that's true, like when you do it in here, but so right here, when we created, or when we connect to this local running instance of our MongoDB, right? I added this stickers on the end, which is basically the you know, the database collection you're trying to work with, right? But I never created this collection inside of MongoDB. So, and I was pretty sure this was what was going to happen, but like on Connect, it doesn't create it. But as soon as you do your first save of any data to this connection, it actually will create this database here in MongoDB, because you can actually see here the previous, right, admin config local test users. That's all I had in there. I just ran this again with this new save right here method, and as soon as I did that, booyah, there's stickers. There it is right there. Friggin' stickers, guys. Check it out. Or I should say, folks. Not everybody's guys in the chat, you know. Could be gays, could be guys, could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is the new age. Yeah, you'll find out too, Dean, honey. I just I make weird voices on stream. I rap for ungodly reasons. I don't know. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun, you know. Big J, on that success, I will say good night. Big J signing off. Have a good one. Good night to you too. Right, Dean? You gotta, you know, I mean, life is so serious as it is, right? If you can't be silly on here, why, you know, come on. You got, oh, sorry, puppy. Got my Coden dog right here between my legs. He's so cute. So yeah, so when you do the save on the, against that Mongoose connection, it auto creates the database, which is awesome. And so now if I do use stickers, right? Oh, I guess it won't let me tab. So now we're on the stickers database, right? So we could show collections in here, right? So we have requests, and if I could remember my MongoDB, because I don't. So Dean, I do a lot of DevOps during the day. I mainly doing a lot of deployment of applications, so I haven't really done a lot of actual like coding of applications in quite a while, it feels like. So this is kind of like a way for me to, you know, mess around and stay up to par and, you know, whatever, you know, just keeping knowledgeable and try to keep my, because I just love like development web stuff as well. Yeah, learning new stuff too, man. Always just trying to, you know, pick up on different things. And I'm just a huge JavaScript fan. I think it's just because I'm not a good programmer, and I just think it just clicked for me. I was like, oh, I could just do this all here. It's all in the browser, you know. So I give away stickers on stream and on Twitter a lot of times too, but so I have like Code Hustle stickers, although it always looks funky when I show it there. Let's see if this will actually work. Hey, there we are. Although, is that showing up for you? No, it's not. Weird. Oh, you have to... Really? You have to transition that if you want that to show? Huh. I thought if you just turned on elements here, let's just see this. Hopefully this doesn't crash my stream elements. That would really suck. Okay, so there it is. Ah, look at that. Perfect. So now, here we go. So I make some stickers. We just made these ones. These are kind of like our JavaScript. Oh, if I could turn it up the right way, that'd help you. Hey, which way are we going here? Hey, I can't hold stickers properly. So that's like our Java. I can't. The lighting is really bad right there. JavaScript. Like, what the heck? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Cool stuff. Fun stuff. So anyway, you know, because developers, they stickers on their laptop lids and all that kind of stuff. So we just started doing that, and so I just tell people, hey, if you want some stickers, and I also send them other ones too. I have like web development Unix stickers and stuff like that, and so I tell people to either whisper or hit me up on Twitter DM, and I'll send you out some stickers. So we've sent stickers all over the world, UK, New Zealand, Canada, California, New Jersey, all over, and you know, so yeah, just for fun, community, you know. Code Hustle is just it's a movement. It's not a brand. Ah, Dean Putney, thanks so much for the follow. I guess I could shut that off. That's like the behind the scenes cam up there, right? How do I shut it off? Oh, wait, I guess I can't. Well, I could just go like that, right? But then I get a black screen in my thing. What? That sucks. There's got to be a way to... Wow, I guess you do have to transition. I thought that would go live on stream. Oh, every time I do this though, I always worry, so hold on. Hopefully we don't lose the stream. Hang in there, Streamlabs. Be good to me. Okay, I think we're safe. This is like, Streamlabs is like beta, so it like, sometimes it, on the Mac it is, and so it crashes from time. So DB request now, right? Find. Oh, so you're asking what we're building. So I always ask people DM me or Twitter whisper me, or sorry, Twitch whisper me or Twitter DM me your address and I'll send you out stickers. So I thought, what if we just built like a little tool that they could just come on, submit their stuff, and then I get it, and then I can track that. And I figured you could build like an admin side, which would allow me to like do like, you know, stickers have been sent to, or, you know, have like indicators showing that they've been sent but not received, sent and received, stuff like that. And then I know who I've sent them to and who I haven't. And then as we do new ones, I know like kind of, anyway, just kind of like fun. And it was just for a reason, just to come up with something to build. So, and just to learn, right? Kind of messing around with GraphQL a little bit. Haven't really done anything with it before. So messing with that. We're not really at that point quite yet. So we started off with just dummy data like this. And so you can see we do have our GraphQL stuff running. And it is, you know, pulling our data from our dummy data there and inside the thing. But we're really, now we're trying to get fancy spreadsheets, right? That is, oh my God, right? It's unfortunate, but it's true. So yeah, this is just coming from the GraphQL stuff is just querying on this right now. And what I was doing was bringing in, I can make data to attitudes, like I can rock some spreadsheets. I can formula the shit out of that column. What do you know about this? I only excel in 98, Microsoft Office 98. Right, straight flat data into the cells, right, Data2? You know the best way that I do it? I don't use Excel at all. Fuck the system, I don't care. You can't make me use it. Pivot tables everywhere. No! So now what I'm trying to do is replace this dummy data with the data that we actually have in the database. So I would assume that this would actually be as easy as, right? So now I should be able to just query. So this does a find, right? And dumps it out. So shouldn't I be able to, we just logged all the kittens in our database to the console. If we want to filter our kittens by name, search for all docs with the name property and returns the result as an array of kittens to the callback. Medicine Cough, I was thinking you are a web dev. Maybe you can connect me to someone who could give me some advice. It's all about connections in this sphere. Anyway, right? Yeah, I mean, it is to some degree. If you know somebody, and as far as advice, are you in regards to like what you should look into as far as the hiring situation's going? The visa thing is the biggest issue. Well, it's because I have a little bit of context behind that. Data 2, Mitzenkoff has been, yeah. Right, he's like, what the hell? Like, no, yeah. So we already had a little bit of conversation going back and forth, but Mitzenkoff is, right. You have a year eligible, right, still on the visa, but you're trying to find a company that would sponsor you as well, if you can help it, to find work after graduating because coronavirus, but also I'm a foreigner, so I have like 35 days to find work or I'm out of the country. That's the gist. Yeah, and unfortunately, I had said to Mitzenkoff, all my connections are, everything is through government stuff, so there's no way that they would really hire. But that's why I said, like, go on Twitter and actually I can do it. I could go on Twitter and, you know, say, because I just connect with a bunch of developers on there, so I don't know if that helps, but I can just say, hey, anybody got any advice for somebody looking to, and see what they say.
Because I get all of the twist. Does that encapsulate you?
Right? Just say, are you on Twitter? I want to be a spy. Ask them if they are given U.S. citizenship and make me a spy and infiltrate me in the KGB. Yeah, you don't have to do this if you don't feel comfortable. Not on Twitter. Okay. Well, that, you know what though, I still will. I still will try to put some feelers out and see. Again, on my end of it, it's hard. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I can think of anybody. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I said to you that once before. Normally, Hacker News has a who's hiring thread once a month. Looks like that. Yeah, I think even here too, like Dev2. Right, don't they? Right here, they do. Here's work, right? Work web developer. Location, Montreal, Quebec. That's not where you want to go, but yeah, they do. I know they do that on here too. Oh, that's his stuff. Sorry, I thought they. I know they do it somewhere. I thought they did on here as well. Jobs somewhere. Maybe not. Listings, maybe? No, maybe not. Job listings. Did that filter? Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. So here's some here, a couple. Front end. At boundless immigration. If that's not a sign, right? You're like, what's up? Help me out. You said you're boundlessly immigrating people, so what's up? Work with technology, React, TypeScript, SAS. Oh, that's there you go. Care about building products that work for everyone. Empathy and creativity. Remote, too. See here, US only. See, and that's where they get you, right? You're like, well, that's great and all, but nope, I can't apply for the job. Why does it matter if you're remote? But that's because that's right. They don't want to have to deal with the visa thing. Founding creative developer. Not sure, very technical. Swiss knife that very productive. Yeah, anyway, I'm just looking now. You got me all looking around. See, when you apply for the jobs for where I work, this is where you go. So you go here, and typically you'll say like app software, something like that. And then here, you'll get these back. And these are all different ones. So this is at the Smithsonian Institute. This is for the Department of Energy. You know, so this is where every single federal government job is posted. And this is where you go to apply for them. So if you wanted to ever apply for a government job, this is where you do it. Angular developer, Java developer. Hey, look at this one. This is ooh, I need to show this to somebody actually. Yeah, look at this, 107. See, well, it's because everything's based on these pay grades. So, salaries are not really negotiable in the government, really. There's a little wiggle room when you first come on, but see these numbers here? These are what, so this is what the general schedule, that's what the GS stands for. And then you have these other pay bands that they are under the different pay systems. But that is why this is what the most common is. The GS schedule is the most common. But then, you know, there's these other ones that are there to help to offset the costs. But yeah, you can see, I mean, you can make over 6 figures working for government. I mean, here's an Angular developer at the Social Security Administration. 102 to 133,000. Yeah, so the problem comes into this stuff here, like this. This is where Metzenskoff has, where he wouldn't be able to apply, right? U.S. citizenship required. So, yeah. That's funny, this one, I was looking at this one because it's, Command Information Office. Yeah, there's that whole must be a citizen. See, and this is the other issue too. They get into all this, like depending on what this one is. This one's just a secret clearance, but yeah, you know, a lot of people they usually do, and usually know more about the U.S. history than most citizens do. Because we're not forced to have to learn it, right? In order to pass the citizenship test, you have to know it, right? So, but there's all these different things here. Applying to governments is a nightmare. It's gotten a lot better, but it's still a long process. Yeah, it's interesting, this position here. But yeah, actually, let's see. When was the last time you spoke to your FBI agent? I don't have an FBI agent. And the FBI falls under the Department of Justice. Watch over us, right? Well, they haven't told me who mine is. Plus, isn't it NSA that's watching us all anyway? Not the FBI. All right, so we're good, right? We have data. We got the data coming back. Let's see on our node side here, right? There it is. Gives it its ID, got name, address, email. Haha, right? Old Eddie. Ed Snowden. Oop, we just got tapped, right? Just said his name out loud. We're getting tracked now. Yep, you're in the database. That's it. We're tracking on you now. What you didn't know. I'm here to stalk you. I am the FBI agent. Ha ha! Just kidding. Just kidding. Yep, email. Yeah, if anybody'd like to get a hold of Metzenkoff, test@email.com. That's where you'll get them. This is probably actually a valid. You know, there's somebody that registered email.com as their. I'm sure there is. And then they have to have test email. Come on, right? You just would have to. All right, so our data, we know it's coming back, right? Chair, right? Oh, that's just the save. That's not really doing the find. Let's do the find real quick. I want to see what that looks like. So here, right, when I actually go and query the database, here, right, with our so this is just the requester. I see. The request here let's see. So request.find. So request. So does it use? It uses this, right? Am I thinking of this correctly here? Request.find. Because I can't stand regular functions anymore. No, I'm just kidding. They're fine. Instead of kittens, we'll say requests. So this should, and now I'm not going to dump this out. I'm just going to say on this one, I'm going to say, oh, sorry about that. What the heck? This one will just say, requester saved, right? And then the next one will actually do the find to make sure. Okay, so let's see if that works. Bam. Requester was saved. We hit that. Here's our find with our requests, right? This should be it right here. That should be coming from this. So now we have our access to the data, which so then how do we want, how would, I'll think about this one for a second. Because if I wanted to do, I mean, you could do this inside of there, right? Or, I feel like that wouldn't be as good. I feel like it would be better to say, would this be the best way to do this? Say, const, Nicole, hello. How are you? We're chilling. We're doing all right here. We are tapping into our MongoDB database via Mongoose. We have our GraphQL going. We're about to tie it in. We're almost about to tie in our GraphQL to our data, our actual data from Mongo. So we'll see. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do here. So I was saying, oh no, you're good. No, you're fine, Nicole. No worries. Thanks. Always appreciate you stopping by. How does that say 22%? That's weird. Yeah, working on sticker requester. I guess we can call it that. But right now I'm trying to figure out how do I want to do const I guess we could Metzenkoff being smart. Const I feel like this should be, can you no, that would not be right either, right? So I'm assuming like he doesn't like me, he won't tell. I just want to see, so is this request equal to that's already an array, right? So what if you just, this is not, that's not really a good way to do that though, right? I mean, currently I throw errors. Yeah, I'm about to throw some right now too. I feel like I want this to, because like this is pulling, right? This is the posts, which is just an array of objects, right? And our return is an array of objects, right? So that's the same thing. But then what's the best way, as what I'm trying to think of is, like, this is where the data exists right now. I don't think that I'd want to do this inside of here, right? Because I mean, I could, right? I could technically like pull this up inside of this find method and then just put requests right inside of there like that. Man, now wait a second, how did I get away with, oh, because this is this type post. Oh, right. Okay. I see what I'm doing. So I really need to, what time is it? Oh man. And this is where I kind of liked what I saw with that package that Mongoose Compose or GraphQL Compose. Mongoose or something like that, where it pulls and creates these query types based on your this model, or well, this model, I guess. Because I'm trying to think of like what would be the best way to who knows, it doesn't matter, we'll figure it out. Maybe not tonight, but you know, we'll get there eventually. Let me see if they show how they... Oh, but this is not... Is this one dealing with... Yeah, so I'd like to see... Let's see if we can see an example. Justin way in the house. Well, no, what does it say? I'm like, I can't read. I'm gonna screw that. I'll just go with Justin. Thanks so much for the follow. Truly appreciated. Welcome. You are now officially a code hustler. As soon as the thing gets done, we'll send you a Code Hustle sticker. You know? As soon as or you know, you could whisper me or follow me or whisper me or DM me on Twitter and I'll send you some anyway. All right, setting up, what do we want to see? I just want to see an example of where they are doing like kind of the tie together between like when you get your data back, oh, excuse me, via Mongoose, how are they then? So here's the schema, right? And then we need to create the model. So we did that like that, right? And this is doing an export of to do, which is fine. That's just a little bit more modular than ours is, but that's okay. So then the blow lines of the code. Okay, so new to do, and here's the save. Okay, so that's all pretty much normal. Okay, so here's the GraphQL stuff, right? Great, so now all that is left is to make our server in GraphQL. Oh, sorry. Now is to make our server a GraphQL server. So we actually already have one, right? We already have a GraphQL server. We're already rocking one. So this is the query that we're going to build. It says, right? What are they using? I believe we have both of these. And so this is pulling in, which is, we could do this too, like in our app here, we could take out all this stuff that's Mongoose related and move that out into a separate file, and then pull it into here, which we probably will do, just because it make it a little cleaner, right? More modular, you know. So You know, we're getting there. Oh, if I keep yawning, we're not gonna get anywhere. Oh my goodness gracious! Again, probably gonna cut out here in about 15 minutes. You know, I gotta go to work tomorrow too. You know, it's 11 o'clock almost my time here on the east coast of the United States of America. Okay, so how do they tie these together? So there's the to-do Mongo. So here is a GraphQL object type. Fields. Type graph int. Okay. Right, I need to get some sleep, Nicole, right? So this is just a normal. This doesn't look anything different than what you see in. Okay. And then here is the GraphQL schema. Okay. Root query type. Type new GraphQL list from to do type, which is this. Okay. Where is it getting though? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. In the resolve here. So in this resolve, here's where the to do, because I'm like, where is this at? It took, so this is, you know, this is where the data is coming right from here inside of this to do, which I guess looks like they don't really give you a full, okay, but anyway, so then to do mongo.find. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit more looking into. I like how it says it's a simple. There's really not an easier way to just like. That can't be that. That looks like that should be easier than that. This looks kind of similar. They were using this projection thing too, right? Assumes you should have some understanding of Mongo. We don't have an understanding of anything. Come on. Come on. Craziness. So separate, yep. Separate GraphQL schema, or separate GraphQL schema from implementation. Here it goes back to the same thing. So this is where we're not, and this is where I think this is what we need to do to be able to get ours working as well. I'm seeing this. Ooh, that's make executables. Thankfully, package GraphQL tools provides an awesome function called. The following code snippet is an example of how I use it with separate GraphQL schema. Okay. Make executable schema. Read from there. That's interesting. Design your Mongoose one. But in Mongoose we have two options. Okay, well that's two options. What, a nested schema, a reference schema? Okay. Fine. Connect GraphQL and Mongoose at ease. So we already have that, but that's not enough. The client may, okay. So this is where this GraphQL advanced projection comes in, I guess. User. All right, well, we got a little bit of work to do there to make that happen. I'm gonna do a little more research into that too, because I still feel like that's a little. That's why I think that other one is not bad. Let's see what else came up here real quick while we're winding down here. This GraphQL Compose one is the other one. I was looking at this one earlier. This is supposed to, I guess. Here, do I have a little video here? What's this? Oh wow, this is 23 minutes long.
In the first video in this series, I showed
Oh wow.
you to connect
Hello. Victor, what's going on, Victor? But
if you put the exclamation mark here,
and nobody cares about that part.
yeah.
It's all the server stuff, yeah.
If you have,
We might have to come back and look at this though, but like just to see how.
first you have to playground and refresh by hitting this button here, and then we should just refresh.
Yeah.
Refresh the page.
Because this one looked pretty.
In our scheme,
It looked pretty cool. What it did was it's supposed to like create these CRUD operations basically off of your Mongoose, and it creates the GraphQL schemas based on your Mongoose schemas, I think is what, if I read that correctly, right? It was like where did it say that? Yeah, this plugin derives GraphQL type from Mongoose model. Right, so that's kind of what that made me. So this might be something that we want to look at here actually. That might be, oh, here's source code example, that's good. Might have to take up the Death Star, right? I know, right? That's his intro. Gotta love it. This is a simple user Mongoose model that supports a bunch of CRUD operations. Okay. Well, but it shows. Okay. Wow, okay, they're getting into crazy. Is that the Northwind database? Search for REST API wrapper. Yeah, I gotta learn this simple part first. How does this... Oh, here you go. So you can look at this and go... Index... Import schema. This just looks like some... Okay. The schema looks like this. I'm just cruising around, so sorry, I'm gonna wind down here. Almost 11 o'clock, I'm gonna be getting out of here. So sorry, I'm just kind of being boring now. Yeah, we'll be back probably tomorrow, where we'll dig into hopefully this a little bit more and find out the best way for us to tie our Mongoose and GraphQL together. That'll be our next thing. We got pretty far though. We got the data coming in from the database. We were saving data to the database. You know, so we're getting close. And really, this is all just the back end piece, right? We still have to do the front end, which will be where we'll use like Apollo or something like that to do our you know, Ajax request to the GraphQL endpoint to get our data. And but yeah, all right, this didn't turn out too bad. Of course, yeah, all this stuff will be coming in from form inputs, right, from the UI side of things, but right now we're just mocking up some data into the database. So seeding it, as they say, right? Seeding the database. If you ever hear that terminology, you'll know. Where did I create const request and didn't finish? Where was that on? I'm blowing up my own thing here. I don't know where did I write that? I thought I did it over here somewhere. Const request. Oh, there. All right. Restarting. Make sure that's still running. And now you can see what it did is it created another one. Because I restarted the server. I've never knew what that meant.
What is that? It's a sit down.
I'm like, I'm just reading, Nicole, what you said. I have, and I never knew what you meant. Never knew what that meant. Seeding the data. There you go. Sorry, I'm like, what did I just say that she could be talking about? Yeah, so you'll hear that a lot. Like, and you'll see it sometimes in code. It'll say seed, and yeah, it's just like usually just a bunch of data, dummy data that they use to create, you know, basically instantiate the database with some dummy data so that you can start working with it. So they'll call it seeding the database. So, right, little terminology things, that's always good to know. It's good to pick up on those. So we might actually start sounding like we know what we're talking about here, right? We're gonna start tossing out all these new terms. Show, did you concatenate that interpolated string? Huh? Right? Gotta use the fancy words. I'm just a headline slinger, right? Oh boy, what are you gonna do? Alrighty. Nicole, folks, Justin, thanks for the follow. Dean Putney for the follow. Thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. It means a lot. All right, so I think we're good. We'll be, again, I said we'll be back tomorrow, most likely, barring any anything popping up, but I doubt it. I've been having plenty of time on my hands in the evening. So, why is my battery on this computer? That's so weird. It's like keeps going down, you know. Anyhow, all right. With that, I guess I'm signing off. I just can't leave now. I'm just kidding. I'm tired. I should go to bed, right? Nicole, have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Everyone else, have a great evening as well. Morning, afternoon, whatever it may be. And as always, keep with the code hustle. See you soon.